A mysterious death in Russia. The director linked to Shahed production found shot dead. Ukrainian drones striking oil refineries deep inside Russia and rattling Crimea. And in the Baltics, Russian jets violating NATO airspace. The top stories next. In a shocking development from Russia, the CEO of a key company linked to drone production has died under mysterious circumstances. Alexander Turin, in his early 50s, led Umatex Group, Russia's only manufacturer of carbon fiber and a crucial supplier to Shahed drones. He was found dead near his car on a road close to a forest outside Moscow with a hunting rifle nearby. Local media reports that Turin left a suicide note citing a 5-year battle with depression that had worsened over time. Authorities are treating the case as a possible suicide. This death is a part of a disturbing pattern. Since 2022, at least 35 high-ranking Russian officials and business leaders have died under mysterious circumstances, with sudden suicides frequently cited as a cause. Just last July, the former governor of Russia's Kursk region, Roman Starovoyt, was found shot in his car after being accused of failing in defense during a Ukrainian offensive. Ukrainian drones have struck deep inside Russia again. In the early hours of September 20th, residents in Saratov and Samara reported multiple explosions, at least 5 blasts in Samara alone, starting around 4 a.m. Eyewitness said flashes lit up the sky as Russia's air defenses tried to intercept the drones. Russia's authorities suggest that key oil refineries may have been targeted, specifically the Saratov and Novokuybashevsk refineries. Novokuybashevsk, part of Rosneft, can process 8.8 million tons of oil a year and has already been attacked twice this year. Saratov refinery contributes roughly 2.5% of Russia's total oil production, over 7 million tons annually. Explosions and a major fire had been confirmed near the targets, though the full extent of the damage is still being assessed. The General Staff of Ukraine has already confirmed the operation. The strikes did not stop at the refineries. Ukrainian special forces reportedly hit a critical transport hub, the Samara liner production and dispatch station, where high and low sulfur crude is blended for export, forming up to 50% of Russia's Ural oil exporter. Meanwhile, in Volgograd, residents reported nearly a dozen explosions. Russia's air defenses were again reported active, trying to intercept incoming drones. The attacks didn't stop in Russia. Ukrainian drones strike again in occupied Crimea on the evening of September 19th. Explosions were reported near Evpatoria and drones were spotted moving toward Simferopol airport. Several regions, including Saki, Novofedorovka, Feodosia and Kerch, reported air raid alerts as Russian air defenses scrambled to intercept the drones. Even the Crimean bridge was reportedly under threat from approaching Ukrainian drones. According to Russian officials, from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Moscow time, 6 Ukrainian drones were shot down, 5 over Crimea and 1 over Rostov region. The following morning, the Russian Defense Ministry reported 12 drones were shot down over Crimea and 15 over the Black Sea, though the total number of drones launched remains unclear. 3 Russian MiG-31 fighter jets have entered Estonian airspace. NATO forces quickly scrambled to intercept the planes. Meanwhile, former US President Donald Trump reacted to the incident, saying he wasn't happy about it. The incursion happened over the Gulf of Finland, where Russian fighters stayed inside Estonia airspace for about 12 minutes without permission.
Russia has already violated Estonia's airspace 4 times this year, which is unacceptable in itself. But today's incursion, in which 3 fighter jets entered our airspace, is unprecedentedly brazen. Russia's increasingly large-scale testing of borders and growing aggression must be met with a rapid increase in political and economic pressure.
Russian MiG-31 fighter jets entered Estonian airspace. NATO quickly intercepted the aircraft with Italian F-35s based in Estonia scrambled as a part of Operation Eastern Sentinel. Sweden and Finland also sent rapid response jets into the air. Estonia has already requested consultations with NATO following the incident, invoking Article 4 of the NATO treaty. US President Donald Trump reacted to the situation, saying he wasn't happy about it.
Well, I'm going to have to look at it. They're going to be briefing me in a short while, so I'll let you know about it tonight or tomorrow.
What's your take in general? Just being
well, I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it when that happens. It could be big trouble. But I'll let you know later. They're going to brief me in about an hour.
European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen voiced support for Estonia after Russian fighter jets entered its airspace. She called on EU member states to implement a new sanctions package against Russia.
We will respond to every provocation with determination while investing in a stronger eastern flank. As threats escalate, so too will our pressure. I call on EU leaders to swiftly approve our 19th sanctions package.
Meanwhile, Russia denied the allegations. The Russian Ministry of Defense said their MiG-31 fighters did not violate Estonian airspace, claiming they flew over neutral waters of the Baltic Sea while traveling from northwest Russia to Kaliningrad. Last night, September 20th, Russia launched nearly 600 drones and 40 missiles at Ukrainian cities. The main targets included Dnipro, Pavlograd, Mykolaiv and the Donetsk region. There are reports of casualties and injuries from the attack. Ukrainian Air Defense Forces intercepted 583 out of 619 incoming aerial targets. The strikes hit infrastructure, residential areas and civilian facilities. In Dnipro, a missile armed with a cluster munition hit a residential high-rise building directly.
Each such strike is not a military necessity, but a deliberate strategy by Russia to intimidate civilians and destroy our infrastructure. That is why a strong international response is needed. Ukraine has proven that it can defend itself in Europe, but to build a reliable shield, we must act together, strengthen air defense, increase arms supplies, and expand sanctions against the Russian military machine and the sectors that finance it. Every restriction imposed on Russia saves lives.
According to local authorities, the number of injured in Dnipro has risen to 30, with 12 hospitalized. In Khmelnytskyi region, one person killed and 2 others injured, and several residential buildings were damaged. In Mykolaiv, industrial facilities were hit. Russian forces also targeted a drone-operated farm in the Snehurivka community, causing warehouse fires. In Kyiv region, a fire destroyed 5 cars near a residential building and partially damaged a private home in the Obuchev district. In Odessa region, a farm warehouse caught fire, destroying equipment and storage buildings. Last night, Poland scrambled its air forces again in response to a combined Russian attack on Ukraine, according to the Polish armed forces. Officials said the actions were preventive, aimed at securing Polish airspace in areas near the threat zone.